Man, she likes to talk, doesn't she? Hello. Welcome back to Joyless Gaming and Fallout 4 and Survival, and I'm a little bit antsy because I don't know what to do, and there's something else I want to do today. So, anyway. Uh, I'm hungry. I am peckish from lack of food. Let's eat the heavy food, which is things like the rad scorpion sticks. Yes. Anyway, I could do that. I've not helped with that. Oh, there's that. What do I do? What do I do? Do I do something I've never done? Or 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 what? I don't know. I don't have an idea. And I'm anxious to play something else. Where are those? Over there, huh? Oh no, he said it's Sorgus Ironworks, and that's the... no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, not now. Where's Fallon's? It's way down here. Fine, let's do that. Let's make some progress on this Randolph safe house.
Welcome to Nowheresville. Population, this sorry group.
Hey, this is my home, and it's your home too, so shut up. Really should stop insisting on going back to Sanctuary at the end of every episode. But if it's where I'm going to finalize doing some housekeeping and crafting and stuff, it's where I've got all my stuff. Even if I had the local leader thing and I'd set up supply lines, you'd still want to put all of your crafting stuff in one place for the purposes of crafting mods and stuff, because the supply lines only share the stuff that's in the workshop for the purposes of building workshop things. So you end up in this funny situation of needing to have enough to build, like if you're doing a whole big settlement thing, you need enough on your person to build a... Well, they made generators free now, didn't they? They made generators and wires free, so that's good. But you'd need... you need enough on you to craft a beacon to get people to come to the settlement when you find a new place and you want to build a settlement there, so that you can get a person to show up and you can make them the supply line person. Incidentally, if there's nobody who's figured this out yet, with the addition of Automatron and being able to make your own robots, they actually make really good supply line caravanserai, whatever like, they're really good to do the supply line runs, especially if it's like a sentry bot or something. Because then, especially on survival actually, because then you don't have to worry about a lot of the stuff you would normally worry about, with, you know, them getting killed and stuff. That's right, I stuck on a trilby hat and armored it. Because I just cannot armor the hats I want to wear, so that's the last thing I did, isn't it? Gave myself an armored hat. So my head is really well protected now. No, if I go by Hangman's Alley, I can save the game before I proceed further south. So yeah, today's the launch day of Soul Calibur 6. I did decide to buy it. Tested it. It does work. It seems to perform alright. Not streaming it right now because people in Australia and New Zealand will be at work or at school. And I question good connections against people in North America, especially if I'm streaming. And, of course, Max is streaming it, so it's not like anybody will be watching me when they could be watching him. So I thought, well, I normally do this on a Friday, so why not do this early so that I can spend the afternoon and evening streaming some Soul Calibur. Though I don't know what part of the afternoon and evening I might... No, I've started streaming this, and this is going to go for probably at least an hour, if not more. Don't have to go out and do things, to, like go out to get lunch or anything like that, but I may, I don't know. Anyway, let's save it. What is the food thing that I'm getting the effect of? Still grilled rat stack, okay. I managed to dump a lot of the stuff I was carrying, so it's helped lower my encumbrance.
Yes?
And I was occasionally streaming this at different times to try and catch people who caught it at some point and were interested in watching it, but I don't really mind if nobody watches it, because streaming this was just a way to sort of get me to eventually try out survival, because I kind of wanted to. I spent a lot of time playing the game. Well, I spent a fair amount of time playing the game. Not as much as other Bethesda games. that's because there's no real role-playing and there's not a lot of difference between character types or anything like that, and I eventually decided on one of the characters I was playing a lot to just make them the one I keep leveling up and do a lot of the stuff with. And then I kind of stopped playing, and then my internet was improved. And I thought, oh, I could stream now. I could stream playing this on survival. Oh shit, actually I don't think I want to go through here, do I? There's like Yao Guai or something. Yeah, there's Yao Guai. That didn't work out so bad. Kind of forgot that I have a suppressor. Yeah, not cleared. Okay, there's Brahmin. Where's the Yao Guai I was shooting? There's one of them. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Now I've lost this one. What? Where's the bear? Oh. Gauging distances is just screwy when you're looking through a scope. Oh, it's chained. Hey. Hello again, Jack. I like that red dress. Fancy dress party later on. Okay, somebody knew that they were in there. Locked them up. That's better. I didn't want to open the door, I just wanted to take the chains off. How am I? I'm alright, as I said a bit before. I'm a little anxious to actually be playing something else, but I'll get to that later today. But I also didn't know what I wanted to do with this today. So I've decided I'm just going to do some sort of fetch questy thing that's part of the railroad thing. It's continuing with the Randolph Safe House stuff. Nothing in the fridge. What a shame. How about you? You work or school, or you always seem to be able to to watch when I'm streaming. Nothing there. Nothing in that fridge either. Wait a minute, I may as well just check to see if this place has been cleared yet. Nope, not yet. It's not very sneaky to be walking around glowing like that. It's not very helpful to be walking around not being able to see what I'm doing either. Constantly feeling like something's about to happen. Something's going to attack me, or I'm going to walk around the corner and there's going to be some terrifying enemy there. Picking up all this junk I'm probably never really going to use. It's a bit unjustifiable sometimes. I know you can clear this estate. I don't know why it hasn't been cleared yet.
Sweet.
Vodka, yeah. Another lamp. Getting a lot of lamps. It's still not cleared. What isn't dead yet? Okay, what am I missing? Obviously missing something. Well, I don't know what I'm missing, but it doesn't want to come and get me, so I guess I'll just leave it be. Now, I'm sure there's super mutants around here somewhere. What is that? Is that from the railway or something? Yes, it is. Alright, anyway. Let's wait for that guy to stand still.
Out there, somewhere.
Oh shit. Oh good. Oh dear. There were 2 suiciders. Took out one only to alert the other. So I take it you can get into the thing through the car park there. Bloody suicide.
Nuclear protection on a budget.
Bloody synth-looking mannequin.
Nice try!
Why can't I hit anything? Leveled up. Okay. Any perk points I can assign? All the crafting ones are there. All the sneaking ones are there. All my Mr. Sandman ones are there. My ninja ones. Don't need more chemist, science, or scrapper. I would consider taking radiation resistance, but that's 5 perk points. No, that's 4 perk points, sorry, to get 40 radiation resistance. It's really not much. Locksmith. Hacker. Yeah, do I want to take robotics expert? Like I said, it will make Automatron a hell of a lot easier, but you still have to get right next to them to... Oh, stuff it, I'll take it. Yeah, see, that doesn't... You have to get it full to make them work faster. Alright. Okay. Come on, there was a legendary super mutant here. Fine. It can stay there. Seriously heating up my video card there. Alright, yeah, it's going to be more mutants in this thing, isn't there? So what's... I mean, the thing is just clear the hostiles, yeah.
No green stuff here.
Green stuff? What?
Wish a buckethead would show up. I'd rip his legs clean off. Come out, wherever you are.
No, you were just having a heart attack. That's why you're suddenly close to death. Parched, eh?
You hear? You hear? Stop hiding. Wanted to fight. Getting hungry.
Did I hear a person crying?
Have to come out sooner or later. On now. It's so boring.
What just happened? Oh, the, grilled radstag wore off, and I am carrying a lot.
Gonna find you soon, human. Smell you out there, little snake. No blood to spill today. Here. Slippery humans.
No match with fire, so it can't be kill.
Nice.
Oh, it's cult.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Oh, I was worried about that thing. Always worried about it, and a sneak attack to the head just immediately killed it. High-speed shredding minigun. Oh, great. It's a good thing it did die this so easily, otherwise I would have been screwed. Now, I want to actually make sure that this whole place is properly cleared, so I'm going to go and kill these other mutants. Oops, stuck on the terrain.
Yes.
None in rags.
Yes.
No, it was fear. Okay.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Is the... It's cleared, but I don't know if it's actually cleared because it's... I should have checked after I killed the guy up top. Because if it said cleared after that and there were still enemies that I knew were alive in here... and it wasn't cleared. Anything to cook with around here, or any other scrapping related type things? Yep. See? That's what I thought might be the case. Why did I pick up that?
Got it.
Right, so it is there's more to it. Oh no. Just comes out into this bit. Ah.
And order has prevailed.
Not yet, it hasn't. Ah. I thought I still had a Milo of meat. dangerously close to being overloaded here, but I'm thirsty again. Oh, too far. Purified water, there it is. Downstairs. Guys have got super sledges. If I were interested in playing melee on survival, I'd be happy. Obviously, I'm not interested in playing melee on survival. Buff tats.
Anyone? I'm trapped in the balance. Anyone is out there? Please help. What's going on out there? The ground shakes and nothing sense.
Matches 2 with makes. I did hear somebody crying there on the radio, and it's an old thing. I'm sure they're actually long dead.
That's it.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
I hear you. Button underneath the counter.
Anyone? I'm trapped in the jewelry safe imbalance. Anyone is out there? Please help. What's going on out there? I felt the ground.
Well, a lot of ammo. thinking I'm seeing stuff that I don't want. Like I'll have to hit twice because. But it's obviously the pre-war money and what have you. Okay, well, I need to just pause it for a second here. I need to pee. Okay. Alright, now I picked up some crap I don't want, like a pipe pistol or a pipe pistol. So what I want to do here is I guess maybe take some buff jets. Yeah. Now, will that key open that? No, it won't. Right, that should actually be this place properly cleared now, I think. But I am going to go back upstairs to where I killed the target thing of this place. See if there was like a chest thing. Yeah.
Perfect.
Quaff. Booze. Cigarettes. Oh, this is like the smoking section. Ah, under the roof, okay. So many ways in and out of this place. But the roof is not my preferred method. Alright, now, I'm not that far away from Diamond City, where I can scrap some stuff and sell some stuff. And I think I'll have to go to thingy railroad headquarters. in order to report the success of this mission. Seriously? There's nothing else? Actually, it's mostly weapons, isn't it? So... I've got a weapon bench at Thingamajigger. My place, Hangman's Alley, so I'm gonna go and... No? Yeah?
What the? It's over. Now.
Yep. You're welcome. I single-handedly solved that. Granted, it was a low-level enemy, and I've got a pretty powerful gun, and I did a sneak attack for quadruple damage, so yeah. But still, you weren't doing anything. Firing ineffectually. Right, scrap these. That's the one that keeps on creeping up on you, no matter what. Tired from lack of sleep. Caffeinated beverages are not enough to keep you going. Don't know why these raiders are suddenly spawning here all the time. Oh, come on, get up there.
Were all the synths got? Securing a new route isn't glamorous, but it's still important work. If our runners can't move synths safely out of the Commonwealth, the whole organization is paralyzed.
Another job done.
Keep assisting Randolph's safe house. They've got 2 more synths in there. I don't want to lose them.
One more hour until my shift ends.
Alright. Randolph 3.
What we building today?
We aren't doing anything. I'm doing everything. And it's 3, yeah, that's why my health isn't sharp and stuff. Okay, it's done that thing where it's not showing me the stuff anymore. Although I suppose the quest thing was up at the time. I'm tired, I got more rat disease, I'm over encumbered, got the grilled rat stag, so the drugs wore off. Right. Is Tinker Tom up and about, or is that him over there? Oh, there he is.
Everyone's all, you've been hitting the chems way too hard. But I got my eyes open. I see.
Hey,
Hey, I got everything you field agent types need. Even a few Tinker Tom specialities.
show me what you got.
Okay, here's what I got.
Right. Yeah, sell these things. I'd never use these things on... Actually, I never even used them on normal, let alone survival. I don't need that. My junk. Minigun. Right, so that's a hunting rifle. It's not a particularly interesting thing, though, is it? If you're not in combat, VAT's accuracy is increased but costs more action points. I mean, it's got a scope on it. If you're not in combat and you've got a scope, I mean, why use VATs anyway? Armored tattered rags. Left leg, left leg, left leg. But fiberglass and polymer. Fiberglass is probably close to what you get. Those ones are obviously not as good as this one. But I don't know if that one, if taken to polymer, is actually going to be better than this. It's very valuable, though. Mine isn't. Because if that's heavy and I'm not wearing heavy, let's give it a go, and if not, I'll just scrap it, I guess. Yeah, fiberglass is the second best, so. Muffled do again? Detection from moving. Oh, I already basically have that anyway, don't I? Alright.
Bet you never met a synth before glory.
You from one of those vaults? You got too many teeth to be a scammer.
Alright, so. Ill infection. Oh, great. Take antibiotics. And water. I think I'm going to end this soon. So that if I want to do something else, I can do that before I then get to streaming Soul Calibur. Although, back at 5. Yeah. Right, so what to do, what to do. Loading, loading. Oh, we're waiting. Sitting on a black screen or waiting for the game to load. I don't know if there's anything I can do that takes less than half an hour. I will make this a short one. Although, yeah, I really shouldn't... Ooh. It's dirty water floating on the dirty water. I really shouldn't do that silly thing of going back to Sanctuary constantly. There's not really any crafting I can do. And there is a bed to get rid of my tiredness. At thingamajigger. I suppose at some point I should go back to trying the Cabot family stuff and see if the thing was just bugged out, preventing me from continuing. I'm sure he really is back in home and nobody seems to notice. And I have to unlock the damn thing by being really good at hacking, which I am not. Like, I understand the minigame. It's I don't have the perk points in hacking to be able to do it. It's one of the things of it being sort of it's a puzzle thing, but the fact that you also need perk points to be able to attempt it is bothersome. What happened to taking the perks to make it easier, but just having the thing be a minigame, and you take the perk points to make it easier? Funnily enough, somebody reminded me of this earlier when I was reading a YouTube comment on something else unrelated. Reminded me of the game Alpha Protocol, and that had the thing in it where, like the hacking and bypass type stuff, minigame things, if you took, you know, if you leveled your skill up in that, as well as having stuff on your suit or whatever that could help you with that, it meant that later in the game, if you kept on taking those perks and stuff like that, the mini game for those activities never actually got harder, because what you did was you kept pace by improving your skill with it, as well as, you know, like that's like the character skill, not the player skill. But in this, like, you have to have the perk as a requirement, as a requisite to attempt the thing. They did that with the lockpicking too, which is annoying because it's like in Skyrim, they kept what they did in Oblivion, where like it was a skill-based thing. You didn't need to have the requisite perk rank to attempt the thing. You just needed to be good at the minigame. And the perks and the skill level just made it easier to finish the minigame. And I reckon they could have done the same here, where the perks make it easier. You know, they widen the zone for lockpicking, as well as and for hacking it. For Nuka-Cola and whiskey. Yeah. You know, so for lockpicking, it widens the sweet spot. And for hacking, it gives you shorter words and more brackets. Anyway, I think that's enough out of me for this for today. I'm going to do something else a bit later on or soonish, depending on what I think I'm going to do. I don't know. I'll be back on later tonight. But hey, I got something done, I guess. Bye for now.